Hi YouTube, this is Mike Shackelford, also known as the Wizard of Odds. It is the 2nd of March 2020, and the purpose of this video will be to follow up on my last video, which endeavors to show that the internet casino Wixiplay.io is both cheating and not honoring withdrawals, at least not honoring mine. So, I posted this video and I got some comments to it, and this video shall address those comments. But for those who haven't seen part one, let me give you the real quick executive summary. You're looking at Wixiplay right now. In this casino, you make bets in cryptocurrency, probably Bitcoin, but they have some others. And the game you're looking at right now is called Dice. It is a misnomer. It has nothing to do with dice. The outcome of a bet is determined by a random number from 0 to 10,000. For example, the way I've set it right now is that I'm going to win 2 for 1 if the random number is over 5,050. So no matter what you pick, the goal as the house advantage will be 1%. And so you can see I won there, I lost there, I lost there, lost there, lost there, won there, and so on. Now this casino has what's known as a so-called provably fair feature. So if you click this fairness button, it will give you what's called a hash. And real quickly, they give you this hash before you make a bet, and then after they make you bet, they will give you a seed. And between a seed you pick and the casino seed, it will translate to a number from 0 to 10,000, and you can, shall we say, get the hash of the casino seed, and you can take the hash of the casino seed, and it should match this to prove that the outcome was predestined. To put it really quickly, I go through it in more detail in part one. So, or shall I say, the first video about this topic. So let me pause and let me show you some of the comments that I got about that video. So this is Wixiplay's response to my so-called false accusations, both in the video and in my forum. So feel free to pause the video right here so you can read them carefully. I definitely believe in telling both sides of a story. So this is what they have to say. They argue that I doctored the evidence of them cheating and that they didn't pay me because I allegedly had 2 accounts. So let me address these points one by one. And before I do, let me show you this screen here. You probably can't read it very well, but it shows that 2 different accounts were logged into the same IP address, which did come from my home, and this is true. And I will explain this later. I don't dispute that. And here is a screenshot from my forum. Not sure why they mentioned that. And they kindly do provide links to both the video and my forum where I discuss this. So I respect that about them. And let's go to the comments about my video, which you can see here. They're mostly positive, but I would like to talk about this one by Matthew Parker, who says, "The pre-recorded video is near useless. As you mentioned, the resolution isn't useful enough. The server seed on the website is illegible, but also we never see the user pasting in the value to the PHP runner." So what we're looking at here is the screen capture of the allegedly cheating hand that shows the hash mismatch. And yes, I'm sure that when you're seeing this on YouTube, the resolution is probably pretty lousy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my iPhone and focus in on the cheating hand specifically. So let me pause here and get out the camera. Okay, so the Bitcoin was purchased, and now we go back to the process of making this bet. So we left off with the fairness screen showing the server seed hash, and I'm zooming in about as best as I can. You can see it starts with 41, C5, EA4, and so on. Let me show the whole screen so you skeptics can note every single character. And he already copied and pasted it over to the PHP sandbox. And here he is. Here is his chosen client seed. So now I'm going to pull back here and unpause the video. So right now, what he just did, let me pause again. What he just did was he copied and pasted his client seed, the F242 and so on, over to the casino fairness screen. You can see F242. And next he's going to click this Save Client Seed button. So let me pull back and unpause. So hopefully you just saw him saving the client seed. So I paused it again, but now let me unpause it. So here we go. He rolls the dice. And he gets a 4913. Let me pause again. So let me remind you, he was betting that the roll would be over 5,050 to pay 2 for 1 if he did. Here is the bet information. Here's the ID, the amount of the bet, how much it would win, and what would cause it to win, and the result. And here it shows him that he lost 1/1000th of a Bitcoin. So pulling back here, and what you're going to see him doing is click on this ID number to see what the server seed was. So I'm going to unpause. And okay, pausing again. So we clicked the transaction ID, and here's the original server seed that went into that 4913 outcome. So you can see it starts with 25 AAD, and I will show you the whole thing so you skeptics can note every single character. And pulling back. So the next thing he's going to do is copy and paste that over to the PHP sandbox. So resuming. Okay, so pausing again. So here he copied and pasted that over to the PHP sandbox. You can see it's starting with 25 AAD, and I'll show you the whole thing. And feel free to pause this video wherever and whenever you wish. And he's going to copy and paste the game outcome next, the 4913 over the 4114 from the previous bet. So pulling back, unpausing. Okay, pausing again. So you can see he copied and pasted the game outcome 4913. And now comes the important part. He's going to click this execute button to run this PHP program, this code. Okay, so resuming the video. Click. And bam, pausing again. And here's the outcome. It shows the expected outcome given that server seed was 4913, which it was. The outcome matched, but the hash mismatch. There is the smoking gun, folks. What does that mean? It means that the server seed over here, when that got hashed, it did not match that hash given before the bet was made. There you go. That is my case. Hash mismatch, that says it all. And let me go back and give you some closing remarks about all this. Next, I'd like to address the 9% of a Bitcoin that Wixiplay stole from me, which they never explained why in email correspondence or in messages on my account. All they said was they had no withdrawal pending when I asked them about it by email in very bad English. So, but based on their comment about my video, I think that they would invoke Rule 14.2 here. That says, having more than one account is strictly forbidden. All your accounts will be banned without notice. So my defense to that is I never had more than one account. I swear it was just me. I made only one account. Yes, somebody else played from my computer, but there is nothing in this very long list of terms and conditions that prohibits that. And speaking of these terms and conditions, let me read this one to you, number 3. The user agrees to abide by all game rules designed by Wixiplay. The website retains all authority over issuing, maintenance, and termination of the service. Any decision made by Wixiplay in regards to the use or dispute resolution is final and is not subject to any review or appeal. Wow. Pretty tough. And you US players might want to pay attention to this one, Rule 6.2. Blacklisted territories: Netherlands, Curacao, Dutch Caribbean Islands, France, and the USA. You know, somehow I have a feeling that they get at least half their business from the USA, including me. They had no problem accepting my account, which was obviously registered through a US IP address, and accepting my deposits, taking my bets. But it's another story when I ask for a withdrawal. So beware, all internet players, of tricks like this. These terms and conditions can be really long and can include all kinds of stuff, and they'll let you play, but when you make a withdrawal, you never know what rule or condition they will pull out of their pocket and say, oh, you broke this one, sorry, we're taking your money. But I'm not saying everyone does that, but it's a common problem in this industry, and it really bothers me that they would blacklist the USA yet openly take US players. So be warned about that. So next, let me move on to the next part of this video. Let me close this video by showing you another accusation made against Wixiplay. This is at the Bitcoin forum at bitcointalk.org. Someone named Bitwise Operator on December 21st, 2019, presented evidence that he got cheated. And his evidence, as you can see in this post here, was that he did the same bet I did 523 times, each with the 49.5% chance of winning, and only won 199. And he says, here is the probability of that happening, which equates to, he rounds it to 1 in 10 million, and I did the math, and it rounds, and it is 1 in 11,148,822. So the probability of winning only 199 bets or less is about 1 in 11 million. And so he presents his case here, and this engendered a lot of replies, including one by Wixiplay here at the bottom. So here is Wixiplay's response. Until the end of the month, I will change the system. My curiosity is why the other casinos are not here with the same accusation, although the same system we all use. And this is their exact wording. This is their terrible English. I'm just reading it word for word, so don't say that my English is awful. Okay, so 2 points to their reply. Number one, if they're going to change the system at the end of the month, what was wrong with the system now? They seem to be saying that you're right, we will fix this at the end of the month, which obviously they did not. And they're also saying is, why are you only blaming me? Other cryptocurrency casinos use the same system, and why are you not accusing them of cheating too? Which they probably are. And I definitely think other casinos are doing this, but I only have the evidence against Wixiplay right here, so that's all I am saying. Again, feel free to pause this video to read Bitwise Operator's full post. And But why is it that Wixiplay is the only one who seems to be getting accused? Well, let's go to their website and let's click on register. And here it shows you some of the features at Wixiplay. And this is the big one, the 25% cash back. This is not cash back, it should be called a loss rebate. So if you make a deposit there and lose everything, they will give you 25% of it back. And this goes deposit by deposit. They're not going to look at past history. They're not going to, there's no play requirement. So this is really, really strong. If this were a fair game, this would be a huge advantage play. You would just bet everything on one bet. If you lost it, then ask for the rebate and then cash that out, then make a whole new deposit and just keep repeating that indefinitely until they stop you. It would be like a money tree. So easy to do. So it's because that Wixiplay has this really generous loss rebate is the reason I think these smart players who can catch the cheating are attracted to going there. So that's my theory. And with that, I think that is all I have to say in this video. So thank you for watching. I know that with a lot of this, it comes down to my word against Wixiplay's. Let me say in my defense that for over 20 years, I have been holding the feet of internet casinos to the fire. I have exposed several other casinos for cheating before this, and I don't do it for the YouTube videos. I do it to keep this industry honest. It is, for a very large part of it, unregulated. So the decision is up to you who you want to believe. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye, YouTube.